Hello YouTube, Kakarot197 here, this time with quite a special Gundam review. Or is it? Is it a girl? Is it a Gundam? No! It is an armored lady! From Zeta Gundam, the Gundam Mark II lady. Gundam Mark II lady. Alright. If you're a Gundam fan, you might be familiar with the concept of Gundam girls, where they kind of like mix up drawings of cute girls with mobile suit parts. If you ever thought to yourself, man, they should really make a model kit of those, well then, this is quite probably your dream. Or is it? You'll see that in a moment once we get the contents out of the box. Now, one of the first kind of like problems with it is you might notice the box is kind of dirty, beaten up, and generally not in such a good shape. That is because these kits were released somewhere in the mid-80s, but never re-released, so good luck trying to get one of these. And even more good luck if you want to get one of these in perfect condition, which is probably next to impossible, I guess. Alright, let's start with poking fun at the back. This is where things get really funny. As you might be aware, you kinda tend to see some English in anime. Well, I heard a little story that the way things work at the anime studios is they just pick a random dude which knows some English, therefore not good English, but yeah, who knows some English, and they have him write the English, rather than hire someone who actually knows English. I really think that's true when you take a look at the horrible English text on the box. Let's take a little look. When girls who were born in Armored City grow up 10 years old. So you have 10 years old in the mobile suits. Sure, why not? Put on her armored suit and take part in a battle simulation game. So we can conclude that 10 years olds are duking it out in a battle simulation game. That's not really something 10 years olds would be doing, or am I mistaken here? I seriously hope they're talking about a video game and not an actual battle. Each individual armored suit is designed by each girl. So not only do they have super strength, they're also smarter than all of our current rocket scientists combined. That's quite a bright future, though I must say so myself. Gundam Mark II Lady. This is a type of RX-178, which is improved on with a type of RX-78 base. Yes, sure. It has thick armor and mobility of backpack is going up. That's where things get a bit wrong. If you have thick armor, your mobility goes down. Also, the Mark II wasn't known for the thick armor, but for the mobility. The armor was actually lowered on the Mark II to incorporate the movable armor frame. Yes. Be armed with Hand Beam Rifle 1. I do wonder what the beam rifle of the RX-78 would be called then. The Hand Beam Rifle 0.5, perhaps? And also a Volcannon of Headphone Type 1. A Volcannon. Yes. Now, as for the armament, a Volcannon pod. Headphone pod. Those are two different things. Shoulder armor. Another shoulder armor. A backpack with a C. A shield. Bernier Slaster. More Bernier Slasters. And leg armor. That's what we call feet. Alright, now to open it up. the first thing you get is a little tutorial on how to draw the eyes, which is really handy because I never really tried drawing any eyes, but those look really complicated. So it's always nice to have a little guide showing you how to do it. Also, the Mark II lady shown in Titan's colors. It comes with a manual. And also something very cool, it actually comes with stickers for the eyes. That's really great. I mean, if you get this and know like how to paint a little bit, that's cool, but your kid isn't gonna look any great if the eyes suck. So, really good one, Bandai. Now, the runners. The runners kind of show that this kid actually doesn't have any articulation at all. Starting with the legs, these feel really heavy. I guess that's good if you want the kid to stand up, because it doesn't really come with a stand or something. Also, if you look at the legs, there's just a hole in it, and these cone thingies are supposed to be the upper legs, so you basically just fit this part in that part. Yep, you guessed it, no articulation at all. I guess you can pose it a little bit, but it's not gonna go anywhere after you completed it. As for the head, it looks really detailed, especially for the age of it. I mean, I've seen some of the older kids, and man, they really aren't that great when it comes to like details and stuff. Also, there aren't really a lot of seam lines on it. I'm honestly surprised. Now the body, just two halves slapped together. More troublesome things. The hands are just like, they're flat here, so you really like have to glue them on. And this one even has to be at an angle. So yeah. Same kind of thing going on with the arms. You just put them in here. I guess you can like move them up 90 degrees, but once they're glued, they're not gonna go anywhere. Shoulders, overall, there's some really nice details on this kit. The shields, which can peg into the arms. Also, a little tube of glue, which I'm not really gonna trust anymore. I mean, damn, this thing must be like, what? 30 years old or something? A little base. Doesn't show anything at all. Oh, 1985. Like I said, mid-80s, and it was pretty spot on. The beam rifle, the little stock, the Volcanon headphones or pods, pick whichever you want, and thrusters. Yeah. Also the manual, one sheet of A4 paper, showing you how to make the kit. Also instructions on how to prepare them, like sand off the thingies, the lines, more sanding, clean them up more, and then I suppose you can glue them, with more instructions in Japanese. Showing all the parts painted. Naughty, we don't get them like that. Show the actual contents, damn it. I suppose these show the paints you need. And there you have it. The Armored Lady Gundam Mark II Lady. Now, as always, the question is, do you want to buy this? Well, if you're just the average run-of-the-mill Gunpla fan, please don't buy this. It requires a lot of paint, it requires glue, and the end result is not going to be posable at all. I mean, you can pose it while you're building it, but once it's built, it's not moving anywhere. So, for the average Gundam fan, definitely no. Also, the price tag is probably really high for what you're getting. I think I was pretty lucky to get this one for like $30. Now, if you're a collector, yeah, you can justify getting these because if you find them on eBay once, you're probably not gonna find them again. As I said before, these weren't re-released, so for a collector, yes, and then I'd still only recommend them if you like the concept of Gundam girls. I mean, I kind of like I really like the drawings of the Gundam girls, so I must admit that I was a bit freaked out when it said on the box that they were like 10 years old. I mean, call me crazy, but does this girl in the box really look like a 10-year-old? I mean, sure, her chest might be a bit flat, but as for the rest, I mean, she really looks older to me. So, in the end, unless you're like a serious collector who has enough money, you might want to consider going for these, but if you're not, don't go for these. It's way too much trouble to find them, too much trouble to build them, so yeah, you're actually way better off making your own. Well, that's all for this like unboxing / review thingy. Next up is gonna be the Armored Lady Zeta Gundam.